Clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay, put a clock on your ceiling. Now, which way can you face to make the hands go counterclockwise?
Okay, here's where I destroy his argument.
Sphere rotates.
We'll go with the celestial sphere rotating.
So this is like the most obvious one of all, and the easiest one to wrap your head around, and that's why I only managed to get one thing of slides out during that exchange. So this is the one I did because it's a silver bullet. In the northern hemisphere, the night sky goes counterclockwise around the north celestial pole, and in the southern hemisphere, it goes the other way, clockwise. The night sky is rotating different ways. Right. Now, on this flat pizza, you've got one guy towards the edge, one guy towards the center. They're looking up, and the sky is rotating in opposite directions.
Right.
How does that make an ounce of sense? It makes no sense. And Weiss tried desperately to do this thing about directionality and like, oh, if I'm facing this way.
I saw that.
Oh
like, my gosh.
On the flat Earth, how do people see the sky rotating in different directions?
Because
Explain
you're
that.
facing in different directions, David.
What do you mean facing in different directions? Facing in different directions. Facing in different directions.
So you turn around, you look south. Okay, stars are rising out of the east, and it's counterclockwise. No, it's clockwise. It's clockwise. Oh, no, it's clockwise. I gotta get out of here. Oh no. What? How can it be? How can it be two different rotations? Maybe I should pull the plug. It'll look like I got disconnected. No, I'll go to the old playbook. Dumb flat earther. Yeah. No, flurf. No, how about this? You've got dyscalculia. The maths. He didn't say the maths. Wait, he didn't say clockwise. That's what I'll use. I'll use clockwise, counterclockwise.
Okay, there's no argument there. There's nothing to argue.
Okay, now do clockwise and counterclockwise, because that's
matter.
Really what we're talking about.
I got away with it. He didn't say clockwise. He didn't say clockwise.
Clockwise versus counterclockwise.
Professor Dave, this is P-brane. You're busted. It rotates clockwise when you look south. Just as David Weiss said, when you look south, they're going the other way. He didn't say clockwise and you got all excited because you got off the hook. But no, that's counterclockwise when you look north and clockwise when you look south. All one rotation around the north celestial center with a clockwise produced counter-rotation when you look south. I'll explain more in a minute.
Gosh.
Clockwise and counterclockwise. Okay, put a clock on your ceiling. Now, which way can you face to make the hands go counterclockwise?
Okay, here's where I destroy his argument. They love to use this clock as their example, right? They use it with the rotation of the Earth. They like to say that, P-brane, look at the hour hand of a clock. Do you think you'd feel it rotating? And the clock that you see on the wall is twice as fast as a 24-hour clock, P-brane. So it'd be even half the speed of that. Do you think you'd feel that, P-brane? Okay, so what they forget to tell you, or what they neglect in their little comparison here, their faulty, deceitful comparison, is that this clock is small. It's about a foot diameter, right, that you're looking at on your wall right now. But you have to extend the clock hand, the hour hand, 4,000 miles. When you extend it 4,000 miles, the end of that clock hand, which is sticking out right at the equator, is doing over 1,000 miles per hour. This part they don't tell you. They never bring that up. They hate that. I'll always say they didn't come up with the equatorial bulge of 14 miles high around the equator and a flattening of the poles based on the rotational period of one rotation, 24 hours. Duh. They came up with the warping of the Earth, this equatorial bulge, this oblate spheroid, based on the rim speed of 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. That's how they came up with it. And maybe somebody knew what I've been making the argument that Newton's first law of motion, an object in motion will tend to stay in motion at a constant speed in a straight line. All of the latitude lines are a turn except for the equator. So all the matter, all the rock, dirt, beyond measurable volume and weight would want to go straight. A sphere is forcing you, a rotating sphere is forcing you to turn at all latitudes. It's a turn. So the ground and everything wants to go straight. Everything wants to go at a tangent or at a right angle to the axis of rotation. And that takes everything to the equator. That's why we see water go to the equator of a spinning ball. Okay, that's another point. But I just want to bring up how they love to use the clock, but they distort it. They're being deceitful, or I don't know if it's conscious or unconscious. So they have this little clock. Now he says, which way can you face, if you put that clock on the wall or on your ceiling, which way can you face to have it go